Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. A lot is going on. Here's some of our lineup. A strange new mind running for president. Qualcomm seems to be giving up on the augmented reality dreams. GoPro Google, there's a new camera. A very smart smartphone is our Kickstarter hit. And Black Mirror, there's news with the upcoming season. Let's go. Move along, Trump. There's a new king in town of borderline rich guys running for president. Oddball antivirus software pioneer John McAfee is throwing his hat into this increasingly crowded field of candidates for the 2016 presidential election. The Hill reports that McAfee filed paperwork to run for president with the Federal Election Commission, with campaign director Kyle Sandler confirming the application's authenticity. Shortly afterwards, McAfee himself launched what appears to be a new campaign website. If his name sounds familiar, well, you may be using McAfee antivirus. He has not been associated with the company he founded for over 15 years now, and just as a reminder, here he is in a video he made to ensure that he has nothing to do with the much hated piece of bloated software.
Send. Oh, hello there. My name is John McAfee. I'm the founder of the McAfee antivirus software company. Although I've had nothing to do with this company for over 15 years, I still get volumes of mail asking, how do I uninstall this software? I have no idea. I really need to quit. As I said, I've had nothing to do with McAfee software for over 15 years. I've had more pressing things to do. But recent events have made me change my mind. I've had, over the years, many responses from users who are complaining about the difficulty in removing the software.
Yeah, this guy can be the president. Good idea. You know what else is a good idea? Moving on to our bi-weekly, bipolar, bi-sexy crowdfunding report. Good evening, Diddy.
Good evening, Jason.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Lovely. Let's start with our first project for this evening.
Okay, our first project is a phone. It's a smartphone. It's something you've never seen before.
Okay.
So let's take a look and see if there's actually something new.
No one is making a smartphone. When you get so big, it's hard to see the forest through the trees, let alone the cloud from the forest. Their phones run out of space, they make you delete stuff you don't want to, drop your phone, and you have to start all over. It's not smart, it's shit. Since Robin can run up here, it always has enough storage. This icon. This one's better. And since we actively manage the data, you can keep your photos, songs, videos, and apps. And it does it by being smart, by learning, by adapting. Don't use something for a while? We'll hold it up here. You need it back? We make it rain. They can chase gigs. We'll rock the cloud. Also, Robin looks badass.
Okay, so why do we need another smartphone?
Their big selling point is the cloud, which is this thing comes with 100 gigs of online storage, and it uses it. If you don't use an app for a while, it'll just put it up in the cloud. So you're less likely to run out of room, which is an issue for people. But for me, their biggest selling point is the fact that this is a premium device for a decent price. They're selling for $350 in the campaign. And
just out of curiosity, I don't know if you know, but an iPhone and the cloud, how much cloud storage do you get when you get an iPhone?
Oh, I don't remember the number. You get storage, but what you don't get is automated removal and moving of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. all your apps are on the phone. If you don't use an app for a year, it'll still be on your phone. So that's the big difference.
And how's it going for them? Because this field is packed with competition.
It's going well. They wanted $500,000. They've gotten about 900, close to 900,000. So they're definitely over their goal, and they still have about 3 weeks to go. Yeah. So I think they're doing really well.
Good for them. And I have to say, it also looks quite good. Let's move on.
Okay, our second project is a game. So let's take a look and talk about it a bit.
Hi everybody, my name is Sven Vinke. I'm the creative director and founder at Laren Studios. And today I'm very proud to announce to you our return to Kickstarter with our new RPG, Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 will be a game about how your origins affect who you are and what chances you get in life. At the start of the game, you'll pick a single character and determine its background, story, race, and origins. Now, you'll quickly discover that these choices have a profound impact on the options that you'll be presented with during the game, and it's something that we want to take very far. In Divinity Original Sin 2, you can play with up to 4 players, and the really unique thing is that you can play cooperatively and competitively. When playing competitively, you'll engage in competitive...
Okay, help me understand this project. So it's a game, it's a role, what?
It's an RPG, it's an online RPG, a role-playing game, which is one of the most popular kinds of games there are. Their big thing is, this is their second game in this series on Kickstarter. This is a game that, the original game, which I did a couple of years ago, was sort of a successor to an old game, and they did very well, but not amazingly well. And their game was really good. Their game was very well reviewed. It came out last year. And they did something smart, which is, they waited to get all the good reviews and everything. And they have much of their current new game, the one they're funding now, they have that ready. They can show that already. And they show it in the videos. And that's why they're now getting significantly more support than they did last time.
Because, Shai, the member of the Tube's team, which is a gamer, a big gamer, told me that many games are trying to be funded on Kickstarter, but most of them arrive very late and they're not exactly as promised. So how do we trust a game in this crowdsourced platform?
You usually trust the people and you trust the track record. These guys have made a game on Kickstarter, and they're using an enhanced version of the exact same engine. They can show you their game in their videos, and it's probably going to be late. Kickstarter games are often late, but hopefully it'll be worth it.
Hopefully. Let's move on to our third project.
Yes, our third project is one that tugs the heartstrings. Okay. So let's take a look.
Let's.
החלום הזה להתפרנס, לא להיות תלויה באף אחד. עד לפני 2 לערך הייתי אישה נורמטיבית לחלוטין. קמה בבוקר, יוצאת לעבוד, 2 עבודות, מפנקת את הבן שלי, עוזרת לאחרים. יש לי צורך להצליח גם של כל אלה שתומכים בי. אני חייבת...
So who is Mama Sylvie? What's her story?
This is a woman who became 100% crippled a couple of years ago. Before that, she was a worker. She worked multiple jobs and fed her family and did everything you're supposed to do. And now she's in a position where she's stuck because her disability does not allow her to work a regular job. So what she's doing is she wants to fund a business where she cooks at home. And where people can either come and pick it up, or she can have a delivery service, and that's what she's trying to promote now on Kickstarter, on Head Start, and it's doing quite well so far.
Okay, I'm assuming most of the things you get is food?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you get, there's a large variety.
Now get in 4 months.
Or get
salad.
Well, yeah, but hopefully it won't be made now, so it won't be stale. But yeah, it's Really, it's more of a, supporting the business. I don't think anybody's giving money now because of the kube they'll get in 3 months or whatever.
What's interesting for me is Israel, and I'm sure the whole world, is filled with reality television. And that's like a classic contender in a reality show. But instead of selling the dream that if she'll win the show, she might get the prize, she is trying to get the prize on her own by getting the money. So it works on the same psychological impact on people of making people Cinderella.
Exactly, and this way you can be the people who select the person that makes it on the reality show. You're the judge.
You're the judge.
And the voters, and you're voting with your money.
Yes, yes, which is a very 2015 way of giving charity, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to call it charity because it is to start a business, which I think is different. But yeah, let's call it giving. Giving.
And I think you're right. You're getting something in return as well.
Yeah.
It's very, instead of going to a restaurant and ordering food, you can order it now and help her open her business. Thank you very much, Didi.
Thank you, Jason.
We're moving on. Tons of mixed reality-related news today, and we'll hit it off with Qualcomm. According to a report from Recode, citing unnamed sources, Qualcomm has put its augmented reality business, Vuforia, up for sale. The reported move comes a few months after the tech giant agreed to cut $1.4 billion in costs and slash up to 50% of its workforce. Qualcomm is looking at options for Vuforia, hoping it can find a home outside of Qualcomm, following Apple's purchase of Meteo, another advanced augmented reality startup. It seems like the leading tech giants are eager to buy talent and hardware in the race for domination. Someday there may be billions of dollars in the AR industry, but at the moment it's just not money floating in. Ask Qualcomm. Back in May, Google launched Jump, a platform for VR video, along with a camera rig called Odyssey, co-designed with GoPro. Now the product is finally launching, and it's amazing and expensive and crazy. GoPro Odyssey features 16 synchronized GoPro Hero 4 black cameras, recording 8K video at 30 frames per second. Yes, 16 cameras. Together they produce a 360-degree 8K video, just like the one on your screen now. Someone's actually playing with it from our control room. But it is not for everyone. The rig cost $15,000, and only professional content producers will be allowed to buy it. Google's Jump platform is meant to become an entire VR video ecosystem that, in theory, will make it easier to both create and consume VR content if you've got the money. And now for some classical VR culture. So, what's the difference between a virtual reality experience and a 360-degree video, like the one we just saw? Well, one app that is hoping to give a clear answer is the Los Angeles Philharmonic's new VR experience. LA Phil VR puts you in the middle of a performance by the orchestral group. The app sits the viewer right behind conductor Gustavo Dudamel. Recorded at Walt Disney Concert Hall, Dudamel leads the orchestra in a stirring rendition of Beethoven's well-known Fifth Symphony. But instead of just giving users a 360-degree seat at the performance, the VR experience produced by Toronto-based Secret Location includes special effects in the form of visual flourishes that move in sync with the composition. Here's an explainer video about the app for us regular people.
I think it's the most dramatic beginning in the history of music because it's so direct. Beethoven opens to you the door to go inside of your essence, but to arrive there, you have to go individually.
At the LA Phil, we are so proud of this new virtual reality tour, not just because we're using brand new technology.
Cool, very cool. Now, in a fun little piece of irony, a show that warns about the terrifying dangers of modern technology is now going to be produced and consumed for the internet. Netflix will produce the next episodes of Black Mirror, the technology-damning dystopian anthology from creator Charlie Brooker. The show was produced in the past for the British Channel 4 and became a global success. Each episode is a self-contained story looking at the harms and lures of technology, with the first series broadcast in the UK in 2011, including an episode about the Prime Minister being forced to have sexual relations with a pig on live television. Some say that's groundbreaking TV. You hear it all the times these days. We live in a mashup culture. We saw some movie mashups, but they've all been beaten by Antonio Maria da Silva, who has uploaded his new short film, Hell's Club, to YouTube. It's lovely, and that's our goodbye. So I'll see you tomorrow, and enjoy this video. Goodbye.